Hello, this is Yogeshwar 7000 again, and I'm back with a very interesting topic today. And today's topic of discussion is we'll be discussing about a chart, and a chart of a very great personality, a great philosopher, a world-renowned philosopher rather, who made India proud by introducing the Indian philosophy of Vedanta and Vedas to the Western world. And we all remember how he spoke in Chicago in the Conference of Religions, where people were, amazed at his knowledge and gave him such kind of an ovation, I think a standing ovation, for a very long time, that we still remember that. And that was in the 19th century. So as we know that Vivekananda, or Swami Vivekananda rather, was born on January the 12th, 1863. His father was an attorney, and his father was pretty rich. They were from an affluent family, and Swami Vivekananda, whose name was actually Narendra Nath Datta in Kolkata, India, had acquired a lot of knowledge, and while growing up, and he was attracted towards spiritualism and yoga and meditation, all those good things. So why do you think, if you look at his chart, why was he attracted? First of all, let's look at that part. Why was he so attracted to spiritualism, and why was he so attracted towards yoga, meditation, Vedanta, Vedas? He was always in search of a guru. Why did that happen? So if you look at the chart, the two most important sattvic planets, as we know, and people who are not familiar with sattva, they are, or sattva or rajas or tamas, teen gunas, or teen basic natures of humans. Please refer to my earlier video. So why do you think he was so much interested in spiritualism and acquiring this great knowledge? Well, you look, the Lord of the ninth house, and ninth house is about higher knowledge, is Sun, and Sun is about the Vedas, the knowledge, Sattva Guna. It's sitting right there in the Lagna, or the ascendant. Another great planet for acquiring spiritual knowledge is Jupiter, and the Lord of the Lagna is Jupiter, sitting in 11th house, very nicely placed. So these are the two planets, the great sattvic planets, who have given him the knowledge and of the Vedas, Vedantas, Eastern spiritualism. His guru, because again, ninth house is about guru as well, and it's very nicely placed in a Kendra, or an angle house. So all these good placement of the great sattvic planets made him so famous. Of course, Sun gave him fame. Sun gave him the higher knowledge, higher intelligence. Sun gave him a guru. Jupiter gave him a guru as well, because it's also nicely placed. And Jupiter gave him fame and name and spiritual knowledge again. So beautifully placed. Now, as far as his drive is concerned, you will see, where does the drive come from? This planet Mars. Mars is sitting in the 5th house in its own sign. So that's very beautifully placed as well. Now, as we know that Swami Vivekananda, he was very well built. So why do you think he was very well built and had a huge broad chest and a nice build? Well, look at the placement of Mars again. Mars gives you that kind of a personality, and of course look at the ascendant lord as well. So these are the two major reasons why he was such nicely built. And why do you think he was a born orator and he could speak so well? As we all know, he spoke for hours, maybe an hour or two, in the Conference of Religions in Chicago in the 19th century, and people were awestruck at his knowledge and his ability to deliver his message through his speeches. So that also is very evident through his birth chart, as you can see. And one of the challenges which we see in this birth chart is And I'm not going to go into details about the divisional charts and about the Gemini principles and the Ashtaka Varga and other ways, and the Bhrigu Sutras and other ways to look at the chart, because the length of the video is not so large as to cover all these aspects. So it cannot be discussed in this short video. But if you look at basically his Lagna chart, the Mercury-Venus combination is also a great combination, as you see. And also, if you look at his longevity, why did he die so young? That also is very evident in his chart. So I want you guys to do a little exercise as to why was he born in an affluent family? Why was he so interested in the Vedas? Why did he acquire a great guru like Swami Ramakrishna Paramahansa? And what was the reason why he was attracted to a guru who was so close to Goddess Kali? As we all know that Ramakrishna Paramahansa, his guru, was very closely associated with Goddess Kali. That's all evident in this chart. And I can mention all those points, but I would rather have you look at why was he so connected with Goddess Kali, and why did he acquire this great knowledge of the Vedas? Of course, we all know it's the sun, but do a little exercise yourself. And why did he die so young? He died at the age of 39. What dasha did he die in? And why did that happen? What planets? He died in the dasha of Sun, main dasha. So why do you think he died in Sun? Well, I'm not going to say that to you. I'll have you do the exercise. So what are the houses that actually determine or are responsible for somebody's death? Well, those are the Maraka houses. So look at the Maraka houses and how they placed. Why did that happen? Why did that happen in the dasha of Sun? And what was the reason Swami Vivekananda never married? Just looking at this basic chart, I know, there are other ways looking at the Navansha chart, and also through the Gemini principles. But just look at this and do a little exercise as to why he did never marry, and how come he got so famous. What was the planet which made him so famous, and why did he die so young? So another question that comes up is that do you think remedies work? And I'm gonna incorporate this remedies part in this analysis of Swami Vivekananda's chart. Do you think he could have averted his death through some gemstones or through some techniques, like through the right yantras or the right mantras? And it'll be very stupid of me to say that such a great stature like Vivekananda should have actually done this in terms of a remedial measure to be able to avert his death and have a longer life. But I just thought I'll just bring this little observation to your attention, to you astrologers as well, because I'm not going to give you solutions or answers to these questions I'm just putting up these questions. Is there a way that he could have prolonged his life? Of course, life cannot be prolonged because God determines the day you were born how long you will live. But look at the chart, because Vedic astrology is not just about analysis, it's about remedial measures as well, and which are mentioned in the scriptures. Sage Parashara has very deeply done a research on that, and he has actually given a lot of remedial measures in his Shastra. Do you think he could have gotten married? Do you think he ever wanted to marry? Why do you think he was so rich, born in a rich family? So all these questions are very relevant to this video, where you see, his birth chart, and based on this birth chart, all these questions come up. And like I said, I'm not going to give you these answers. These are the answers you have to determine yourself and do a little exercise. And then put your comments on my comments section, and then we can discuss as to all these aspects related to Swami Vivekananda's chart. Again, look at Guru. How did he acquire a Guru, which was so close to Goddess Kali? Look at how easy did he acquire a Guru. Look at how easy did he acquire that spiritual knowledge. How easy did he acquire that knowledge of the Vedas? Why did he go after the Vedanta? Why did he have such a short life? You see two debilitated planets, Rahu and Ketu, right here in the 6th house and the 12th house. What effects these debilitated planets had on his chart? This chart does not have a single exalted planet. Still, why did he become so famous? Why did he not marry? So, like I said, do this little exercise in Swami Vivekananda. It's a great chart to practice and do some analysis. And then we can follow up through emails and through your comment section if you're interested. And I think that will be quite helpful in your pursuit of gaining this Vedic knowledge of Vedic astrology. Actually, Vedic astrology is not about Vedas directly. It's a Vedanta. It's an arm of the Vedas. Not Vedanta, I'm sorry, Vedanga. Did I say Vedanta? No. Vedic astrology is a Vedanga, which is an arm, an extension of the Vedas. So I think this would be a good practice for you guys, and we will catch up soon once I hear some comments from you. We can discuss on it in a little more detail. People who want to do a little more detailed research on that, look at it from the Gemini principles as well, and create his divisional charts. Although, of course, divisional charts are very difficult to create because we don't know exactly. It could change in minutes. But try to do a little research if you want to on his Navansha chart, his Dasamsa chart, which is a chart of professions, and based on Gemini principles, and we can then keep discussing on his chart. And I think it's very relevant in today's age, because as he was in the 19th century, there were great souls born in the 20th century as well, and now we are in the 21st century. So of course, every 100 years there are great souls who are born, who create a name for themselves, do a lot for the society. And what is it that makes them so distinct from the others? So hopefully you enjoyed this little video. Of course, I didn't give you my inputs a lot in this video, I'll be honest with you, and didn't do it on purpose. I just left it to your little analysis. And in the meanwhile, I will recommend subscribe to my channel, check out my website. There is a link below, and I will see you with an interesting topic very soon. Goodbye.